Hello, Frejid here. Welcome back. As promised, I'm gonna be going to the nether today, and we're gonna work on the spider spawner some more. So let me get some more fish going here, and then I'll meet you down in the cave, in the ravine. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Fish. I'm gonna catch a fish before I cut away. Ideally, a fish would come flying right at us as soon as I said, I'll meet you down at the ravine. So let me try that again. And I'll meet you down in the ravine. And I'll meet you down in the ravine. I'm just gonna catch one fish and we're gonna go down into the ravine. A fish will come flying at us momentarily, and we will retreat to the bottom of the ravine. So I thought I'd just show you the fun I'm having here. I had placed a lot of these obsidian blocks and they're not really where I want them because I had another idea for what I want to do with the portal. So I'm mining them, and I don't have efficiency on this diamond pickaxe, and unfortunately the RedPower gem pickaxes cannot break obsidian, so I have to use diamond. That's okay though. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright, we are just about ready to go to the nether. I think I have, yep, flint and steel, gonna need that. And I don't really have anything else on me. Again, I'm just going to get some glowstone. But wanted to show you the portal as it exists so far. I still have some plans for this, but the idea is sort of make it look like, well, you know what? I'll let you decide what it looks like. Maybe I'll explain it later once it's finished, but this is how it looks so far. We stand here and look out. Get a good view of everything. Okay. And we're going through to the nether for the first time. And we are above a lake of lava. Wow. It's weird. Okay, well, let's go get some glowstone. Alright, well, here's some good glowstone. And back we go. So, assuming I have enough glowstone, I won't be going back to the nether for a while. Load of chunks. Load. Alright, I've got the portal room finished. Made a nice little cobblestone walkway here. And we go down the stairs. And the nether is reaching its tentacles out through the portal, wrapping them around everything. And the portal exploded outwards when it burst through. That's the idea behind it. I don't know. I don't know if it looks like that or not. I kind of like it. I don't know what you guys are gonna think. Maybe you think it looks lame. I kind of like it though. It's different anyway. So yeah, I'm calling this one finished. Oh, I like how it basically right below these are all half blocks, and just below is the first layer of bedrock. So we're getting the void particles coming up through the floor, which I think kind of looks cool too. Anyway, there's the portal room. I've made the lamps and decided to go with red. Not sure why. I guess I was thinking it would be sort of like a dark room. If you've ever been in a dark room before, back when cameras had actual film that you had to go and develop, they had red lights in a dark room, and this has nothing to do with photography, but for some reason that was what I was thinking. Anyway, I've taken away all the torches except for one down here, but that's not going to reach in this far. Just wanted to make sure that I did the light calculations correctly and that this would be enough light to stop the spawning, and it looks like it is. The only other thing I'm not entirely sure of is whether the lamps will let light through from above or not. But I'm just gonna, for now, assume that they don't. And hope that it'll work once I get this all finished and turned off. It's a little bit nerve-wracking being down here because it feels dark. It feels like it's dark enough for them to spawn. But I've been standing here for a few minutes now and nothing's spawned, so mentally I know it's safe, but I still have a little bit of fear. Can't explain it. Anyway, yeah, I've still gotta clean out the other one over here. Get rid of all the torches and take these blocks down. This one should be good to go too. Oh, I do need to put a block above the spawner. I forgot to do that in the other one. I still have to set up the water, and I might want to put in an observation wall since I have this sort of middle area here where I can stand. I'm thinking of putting in some pistons or something that'll retract so I can look inside with some glass behind it. I've seen a lot of other people do that in videos and thought it was kind of cool, so I might do that. But otherwise, I think we're good to go. Okay, I just wanted to show you some of the progress I've made. Starting to put down the water now, and I don't know if this is going to work. I've never built one of these things before. I'm just going off of stuff I've seen in videos and stuff. I did add, so this goes down right here. It's hard to see. I know this is very dark. Actually, I could, for now, put this on. This goes down right there, a full block, and I put a half block, a slab right there, hoping it'll help push the spiders down. I'm also hoping, I'm going to be standing down below, so I'm hoping that'll help them, since they'll be tracking me even though they can't see me. Hoping that'll help them come downwards instead of trying to climb the walls. But we'll see. I have no idea if this is going to work. I did put in a little viewing room over here. Put in a bunch of half slabs in this whole area so that I can keep it dark. And it's going to be dark back here as well. And I've just got this, it's nothing fancy. I'm not going to cover any of this up and make it pretty or anything because there's really not much room in here. So yeah, normally those will be closed. If the spawners are running and the lights inside are off, it's going to be this dark back here. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to stand here and look in, and there's not going to be any light flooding in from anywhere. So this will give us some observation a little bit. Well, so as I've been editing this video together, I noticed that had a lot of recording after this point that I've got video of playing the game, but didn't really say anything while I was doing it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play a song that I've been working on. It's still kind of a work in progress, but I think it's good enough to share. So have some music. Okay, so this isn't working. um, I don't know if I mentioned before, but I've never built one of these before, and so yeah, I was going off of memory from videos I had seen, and mostly what I've been building here, I guess, would work better for a normal mob spawner, but for these cave spiders, it's just not working quite right. They keep getting stuck in the canals that I've dug. So anyway, I went on YouTube again and started looking at some videos, and Xisumavoid has a really nice tutorial. So that's kind of the one I'm going to go with now. I'm going to redo a lot of this, and it's his tutorial basically shows, I think he says in the tutorial, it's ethos design, which is not really a surprise. And so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on this to get this redone in a way that should work based on that. Also, they were falling and taking a little bit of damage when they hit the ground because I dug the room too deep. So I've already raised the ground level enough to where they shouldn't take damage when they hit the water. So I'll just keep working on it, and I'll show you when I make some progress. Okay, I think I got it working here pretty well. I need to still mark off where I need to stand. I think I can stand here maybe. Yeah, and I put the switch over here so that I would be standing in the right place to activate both spawners when I turn it on, and then I could just sit here AFK and hopefully the spiders will come in and stack up. Here's the junction where the two spawners meet, and I had a little bit of trouble with this getting it working, but it seems to be working pretty well now. So there are no dry spots in any of the canals. There's water everywhere pushing them along, which is nice. The left spawner comes in from the top there, and the right spawner comes in from the bottom. And the top ones fall into the bottom stream. Sometimes they fall on each other, but it doesn't seem to hurt anything. Seems to be working pretty well. I still need to add some circuitry to this, but it works basically the way Xisumavoid's tutorial shows. The bottom piston here pushes in a glass block just to block off any spiders coming in and to keep the other spiders up above, and it's glass so that they don't get suffocated if they get trapped in it. And the bottom, or in the top lever here will push in the top piston, which will crush them. And I haven't timed it exactly yet, but it should be. What I've noticed is that they make the being hurt noise about 11 times, and after that, it's enough for me to kill them with one hit. I think that was only 10. Let me do one more. Yeah. And yeah, now they're all one hit kills. It's pretty cool, actually. I've never had one of these in my world before, so this will be kind of fun. I still need to clean everything up. I'll probably put a transposer below and hook everything up with some RedPower wire and make it look a little bit nicer, but it's basically functional now, so I can start getting some better enchantments. Alright, well, I just made this sword because my other one broke, and I've got 27 levels, so just thought I'd go ahead and make an enchantment because I want to kill those slimes. I don't need a sword to kill them, but thought it'd be fun to do this, so let me set it to 32. And see if we can get 27. Oh, on the second try, look at that. Okay, what do we get? Fire aspect 2. Sounds pretty cool. Let's see what it does to these slimes. Nice. Yeah, I'm liking this. This will be fun. Of course, I'm not going to waste it on these little guys. I don't know why I always switch to my torches when I'm killing these little guys. You can use pretty much anything, but I always use my torches. I'm not sure why that is. I just noticed, I think even in my last video when I showed you guys the sheep farm, I'm missing some sheep. I had 16 sheep in here, one of every color. And now I'm down to 10. And I don't know where the other guys went. I've even got like a double airlock here so that they don't escape if I leave one of these gates open. So either they managed to find a way over, or a skeleton came and shot them. I don't know why they would do that. Or they despawned somehow, which I didn't think would happen. But it's a little bit upsetting. Oh, it's not too bad. I can just breed them and get some more dye. I didn't lose the brown one, which is nice because I've only found one cocoa bean. So if he goes away, I won't be able to get brown for a while. Yeah, I don't know. If anybody knows what can happen to make sheep disappear, please let me know. Just about to put in the pistons and the circuitry. And I did have this glowstone covered up before, but I kind of like getting the light out here. I don't know. This area probably needs to be cleaned up some more, but got a little stairway up here. This is where the pistons are going to go here, pushing them this way. So I may put the buttons up here. And this gray line is the line that the spiders have to cross in order to not affect the spawners. And all of the marble bricks are areas that I can stand to activate the spawners. So we're almost there. It's not going to be real fancy, but I thought I'd use some marble for a change, make it kind of nice and bright. So yeah, I'll keep working on it and report back. Okay, it's basically done for now. I'll show you how to get there. Instead of going down that tunnel now, we go up this makeshift staircase. So I still need to clean up this walkway back to it, but it's not very far. And here we are, here's the room. I haven't used very many microblocks or anything yet. I may still do that eventually, but for now I kind of like it, so I'll show you how everything works. This has a nice display case on all sides so you can see it. You can even go underneath the pistons over here and look at it a little bit. This is just to expose some of the tubing that comes out from the transposer and goes into these 3 chests, which bottom 2 are empty. The top one already has some stuff in it because I've been testing. But I put that there manually, so the way it should work is this chest is the closest one to the transposer, the fewest number of tube blocks. So this chest should fill up first, and then when that's full, everything will start going to this one, and when that's full, it will go to this one. I did put those dark observation rooms in, so we've got this one here. These are all half slabs again, so I shouldn't have to worry about anything spawning, and I counted the light levels, and by the time it gets to like here, it's at 8, so once it gets inside, there shouldn't be any light leaking in from the torches outside. So you can safely observe from here, although I'll show you this, but since they track you whether they see you or not, the spiders will just end up climbing up the walls here and being on the other side of this glass. So, but it is kind of fun to watch them, and you can observe that everything's working. So yeah, this is the up area. This just goes again to the roof of the 2 rooms where all the lights are. The master on-off switch, which just turns those lights on and off. Then over here is where they all collect, and I'll show you the wiring for all of this. But there's a crush button which pulls out the glass block first, and then a second or 2 later, this top block will come out to crush them, and it goes for 5.5 seconds, which is 11 times hearing them scream, and that's, as I demonstrated before, just enough to hit them to kill them. I have to be careful that I don't break the glass down there while I'm doing it. So I usually kind of stand like this and do it. And I'll demonstrate it. But I have noticed also that when that glass block is closed, and it stays closed, it seems like I can stand here and get all the experience that falls on it, and I don't have to worry about dropping down into it. So I've done it twice now and seem to have gotten all the experience. But if it ever happens where I miss some of it, obviously I'll have to fix that, because that's the whole point of this thing. I don't really care that much about spider eyes and string. I just want the XP. I mean, I'm sure I'll find a use for some of that stuff, but the spider eyes for potions maybe. Anyway, this is the other dark room, observation room for the other one. And also back here is all the wiring. So I'll start at the top. These are the 2 buttons. The blocks that those red wires are on are the 2 buttons. This is the reset button. This is the crush button. And they both just come out here and attach to this RS latch. So when the reset is hit, it just flops the RS latch this way, so this torch is powered and there's nothing hooked up to that, so nothing's happening. When the crush button is pressed, it flops it over this way, and so this torch is powered and this output is powered, so the input wire here also outputs to this blue wire, which goes down underneath these two covers and hits this bottom piston. So that's the glass piston. And the reason that comes out with the wire, the reason it branches off here is just so that it goes first. So the glass one goes first on the bottom. This torch lights up at the same time, but then we go through a repeater, which is set to maximum delay, which then after the delay will light up the green wire, which hits this toggle switch. The toggle switch is attached to this timer, which is set for 5.5 seconds. What happens is the switch switches over like that, which hits the crushing piston. The timer goes around for 5.5 seconds, and when it gets back, it resets the toggle latch, which stops the timer, because the toggle latch, the right side is on, so it's actually sending power this way, and a timer's left and right sides are both input and output, so it's receiving input, and any input to the timer will stop it. So I'll show that again. I switch it away, the power is going that way now, the timer is free to move because there's nothing on its inputs, but then as soon as it finishes the timer, it sends an output this way, which toggles the toggle latch, which switches the power to the right, which stops the timer. So while the toggle is over to the left, it's sending power down to this green line, which powers the top piston. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and we'll see them coming just like before. So we can go down here and watch them. See them coming from both rooms, which is good. We'll go back here, hit the switch. You can see the dark room. There's no light coming in from the lamps on top, which I was a little worried about, but obviously that's good. And it takes them a while to spawn sometimes because they're tracking me, and so they may not have gotten past the 8-block radius that allows more spiders to spawn. And see how they just sort of sit here and watch me. And eventually there'll be too many in here, so we have to leave. Anyway, when I'm tired of having them spawn, I can just turn it off, wait for the last few to trickle in. See if there's any more coming. I don't hear any from over here, so I think that's it. Come over here, but I try and stay away because I'm not sure if they can hit me or not. Hit the crush button. And get out something that I don't want to lose durability on. And they're all 1-hit kills. XP comes flying in. And it doesn't seem like there's any more XP down there. Then I hit the reset. All the items fall down into the transposer, and it's probably too late to see them now, but they got sucked through the tubes, pushed into this chest, and there they are. For now, I'm calling this project done, finally, and I'm very happy with how it works. So that does it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. See you next time.